So this is the large hay, and this is just clear water I'm putting onto the paper. It's 15 by 11 Fabriano, cold pressed. Weighs 130 pounds, and then this is just a bit of raw sienna and alizarin crimson. In the brush, take the excess off on a tea towel, and then I'm going to go ultramarine. Push a bit of that in. A bit of Payne's grey and ultramarine. From the other side as well. Try and get it a bit darker. A bit of burnt umber. Just a tad of water, just to bring all the hairs together. The hairs are starting to separate. And I'm just watching for any bits of paint that are coming down, bits of water, and then just catching them very, very lightly, just with a very tip of the brush. And then just dipping the very tips in the water to bring the hairs back together. Get some real dark bits on. And then there, something like that. And then what I might also do, before it dries completely, is just pop a few little clouds in there, going off into the distance on the horizon. A few white ones with the tissue, just dab them out. A few more over this side. And then, while I've still got the same colour on the brush, just pop a few. Want it a bit lighter than that. Put it there. Just some distant mountains. Very light. More water, less paint. And it's going to be like something like that. Now I'm just going to pull this tight. Paper stretched a bit. So just pull it tight and refix it, and we're good to go again. As the mountains get closer, the paint gets stronger. So I'm going into the same colours I had in the sky. And see how much stronger that is now. Brush is quite dry, you can see how it's breaking up on the surface of the paper. Just dipping the tips in, just to loosen it up slightly. Bit of lemon yellow now. Payne's grey. Just put a few little trees down there, just using the corner, just the tip. I know what I've forgotten to do. I forgot to do the reflections, haven't I? So we're going to pull down some reflections. You see the difference now that when you do it when it's dry as opposed to wet. Let's move over to the other side. Now we've got a mount. I'm going to do this one slightly smaller. bit dry. Just dip the tips in just to loosen the paint up a bit. See how it comes off a bit better now. Clean the brush. It's all getting a bit muddy. I just want to get some lighter colour. I'm not going to worry too much about reflections this time because the land's going to be there. Bit of burnt umber. Yeah, like I said, it's quick sweep. Let's bring it right the way around. Nice and dark in the foreground. Just where the bits of land are sticking out. A few bits of grass just flick up with the brush. I'm getting different eyes, not all the same like I just did then. Maybe a few more flicks on this one. Obviously they get smaller and smaller as they go further and further away. Let's break this up with a few rocks. I don't want to go mad, but small ones over there. That'll do. Right, give that a quick dry. I want to stick a little boat there somewhere along the horizon line just to give it a little bit of life to the thing, focal points as well. So I'm just going to take the rigger, number 3 rigger, and then I'm just going to, I don't want too much water on it, just so it's damp, and I'm going to pick somewhere nice dark bit, somewhere about there I think, and I'm going to take out the shape of a sail. Like I say, you don't want too much water on this. I'm going to take a clean tissue. That should just lift the paint off. Let's just pop down a little, just a hint of a reflection down there. Not too much. I'll just pop another one in. Some just over here. And just a little bit of a reflection. I think I might just do one more. Close to that one. Don't do them all exactly the same distances apart. I'm going to try and do this one slightly smaller as well, so it looks a bit further away. And then just a little bit of a reflection. It just gives it a little just something happening there in the distance. Just have a couple of little birds. Just Just trying to keep them really small. I'll do. And then I'm just going to stick my name. Call that one finished. So let's see what it looks like with the mains on. So here's our painting with the mains on, so let's go in and have a closer look at it. Started with the sky as usual, and we got this nice sort of pinky, this was raw sienna and alizarin crimson, sort of coming right down the centre, nicely reflected. Putting it in at the same time as the sky, so you ain't got to mess about trying to replicate the colours later on. Payne's grey and ultramarine and burnt umber mixes, just try and darken it up, get the clouds in the sky. Clouds get smaller and smaller as they're going into the distance, and a few bits of tissue creating the lighter clouds there, the white ones. See how these distant hills just fades right off into the distance, printing the same colour as the sky, very more water, less paint, and then you can see how the stronger tone, how it contrasts nicely against the background on the left. Not so strong on the right. You can see the difference. Now amongst the trees on this far side we've got our 3 little boats, just using a number 3 rigger. Just damp it, shape of a sail, and then take it off with a tissue, and then just a slight little reflection underneath. The land sweeps round and it's broken up in the foreground with these rocks, just using a piece of card, and then just scrape them out. If you do too many and you don't like them, you can always paint straight over them. Finally we've got our little birds flying off into the distance. Well, thanks for watching, I hope you like it. Keep practicing, any questions please ask, and I'll see you again soon.